General Washington recognized the accomplishments of the Black Regiment from Rhode Island. Did you know there was a Black Regiment in the American Revolution from Rhode Island? Well, yes, there was. There was indeed. And as time went on, in his will, George Washington gave freedom to all his slaves. The only problem was many of them were married to the slaves of Martha. And so Washington's slaves remained working for the estate until such time as Martha died. And then they were given their freedom. He gave some land, a place up close to Alexandria called Gum Springs. Anyone hear Gum Springs? That's how Gum Springs was started. Do your homework on that one. So, and as I say, when George died, all his slaves were freed.
But not Martha's, right? Martha kept hers?
Well, they belonged to Martha.
Yeah.
They didn't belong to George.
Ah, there you go. What else should we ask? Oh, what influence did Mount Vernon have on, like, the colonies and, I guess, the standpoint of America at that point?
Mount Vernon is a unique place in that people have always been fascinated with George Washington. He's the first. But yes, he was the first president, but he's first in war, first in peace, first in the hearts of his countrymen. And from the moment Washington, well, even before Washington was president, people came and visited him. And when he left the presidency, they still kept coming. And after he died, they still kept coming. And so in 1853, Anne Pamela Cunningham was influenced because the current owner of Mount Vernon had let it fall into decay. His name was John Augustine Washington. He's a great nephew of Washington's. And so he inherited the estate. He was trying to sell it to the federal government and or the Commonwealth of Virginia. Neither of them could get the money appropriated. So that didn't happen. Anne Pamela Cunningham started the Ladies of Mount Vernon in about 1853. By 1858, they had raised enough money to buy the place. By 1860, they took possession of Mount Vernon. Initially, it was Mount Vernon, the estate, the building, plus 200 acres. Today, we have the estate plus 500 acres. So we've expanded a little bit. Plus, we now have the grist mill and the distillery. And influence, yes. One of the reasons, do you know why we have a White House?
No. No.
Because Martha Washington was forced to live in borrowed homes when Washington was the president in New York and Philadelphia. And so she said, if we're going to have a federal city, that federal city had better have a residence for the president. And so that's why they built the White House.
Residence for the president.
Huh?
Residence for the president.
Residence for the president.
So obnoxious.